Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, one way to get to know the truth is to be skeptical. With skepticism you will find the truth. So that means don't be like a little fish in a little lake or pond and you just jump to each and every lure that is cast at you. Okay, don't be that little fish like, oh, that's food, whoop, and you get up. So the same is with reality. When you have countries, organizations, officials telling you something, start with skepticism. Why? Because that's much more behind the whole thing than that little statement. That guy who comes and tells you something as a fact, that guy has a lot of things behind him, especially if he's an official of a country. He has interest, he has a lot of people behind him that will, they're watching him, whatever he says, if he says it right or if he doesn't say it right. He plays the part or not. He's not his own man, just to be certain. So he has to pay attention of what he's gonna say. In this case, I do not know that what these guys are saying right now is true. It's just that the fact that they go a priori and they say, well, you know what, actually, remember when we blew up that town? Well, over there were some Iranians there too. A little bit strange, you know what I mean? So this is what right now it's the attempt made, I think. These guys are trying to frame the Iranians. These guys, I don't have to give you the names, you know them. Some live in the Middle East, some live in the United States of America. Now, they tried to get Iran, and they've been trying this for some time. Okay, various ways. They're trying with the riots that are over there, with justified or not justified the protests, not justified the riots. Okay, because if you start with violence, you're going to receive violence. Unless you do the, Gandhi way. So anyway, we have here a situation where the Ukrainians come and say, you know what, by the way, and they give us some information on something that occurred a while ago. Why? Because it's very profitable to do it now. You created the situation with your little other weasels in order for this information being dropped right now will make a different kind of sense if you would have dropped it then. But I don't think it happened, because why didn't you say so then? You needed to verify it. Okay, anyway, let's see what these weasels are saying. This article comes from the Jerusalem Post, from the Jewish state, so 100%. It is coming from the 24th of November 2022, which is today. Ukrainian official confirms reports of Iranian advisors killed in Crimea. So, I don't know if you're familiar with this. Israeli intelligence and other intelligence that, again, skepticism. They say that Iranians are teaching the Russians, the stupid Russians, to figure out how to maneuver the drones. Do you think it's that hard? I personally don't think it's that hard. But anyway, they need the Iranian trainers to come to Crimea and teach the Russians how to do it. Thank you very much. Again, skepticism. I'm not going to say I don't believe it. I'm just skeptical about that statement. Ukrainian security official Alexei Danilov, credibility negative 3,000, okay, not even zero, it's a negative, has confirmed reports that Iranian advisors were killed as a result of a Ukrainian military strike in Crimea last month, according to a report from The Guardian on Thursday. I would like to know what attack exactly that we don't know about. Can you tell me? I want a little bit to know. Don't know. All I know is attacks on the military airstrips, remember? Those ones, there were two of them in Crimea. I know that military munition hub that they blew up. Then we have the Sevastopol, when they hit that office where they said who was killed and who was who and who was injured, like 3 people injured or something like this. Remember the head office of the administration, or I think the naval whatever. Then it was that drone that fell, was shot down supposedly, and fell on the roof of the same building or something. Then it was another attack on the Kerch bridge that the Russians blew up, the drones, right? Then it was the drones that attack navies, the ships. Remember? The one maritime, blah, 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 and the one, okay, they were blew up and so on. Remember those ones? And then it was the Kerch bridge attack. The bridge that, you know, then the Russia says, yeah, now we're gonna you up. And they started the attacking the infrastructure like, let's go. It's only rock and roll, and I like it. So, there you have it. So you tell me another incident that occurred in Crimea, because I do not know. And I read this news from the Ukrainians every freaking day, many times a day. So I don't think I just missed that one. So, or was it a secret operation that only right now we're told about? Skepticism. You know what I mean? You bring evidence after the case is already almost done, and you come, hey, oh, more evidence right now. Oh, really? Why didn't we know? It was secret. You know what? If you choose to believe this, it's on you. I really have a lot of questions, and I'm very skeptical that this really occurred under the current environment where they tried to get the Iran blown up. It's kind of like very convenient to bring it now, but not then. Then they should have been, look at me, yeah man, we did it. Why not? Why not? Only right now. Because they tried to get the Israelis get involved in this bullshit on the side of their little kosher for pigs over there. Yermak, Yernikov, or whatever it is, Yernikov, Zermikov, I always, Zhmihal, and Zelensky. There you have them. So, let's move on and see what this Danilov says. Danilov did not name a specific number of casualties. I wonder why. And said that, I'm quoting, they were on our territory. We didn't invite them here. Our territory being Crimea. And if they collaborate with terrorists and participate in the destruction of our nation, we must kill them. In an interview with The Guardian, he said. Now, what do you think? That's the entire article. I think this is BS, to be nice. I have many other terms that I would have used for this weasel. And listen, if that occurred, but it's too suspicious, too many questions, right? And again, the first thing, the Iranians come to Russia to teach those guys how to fly the drones. Really? That's the first. Okay. Secondly, the Iranians provided the Russians with drones a long time ago. You can say, well, they provided and during the war. Okay. All right, during the war, but they provided before. Weren't they trained then? And how is to train? You got a 3-page training. That's a joystick. You see this camera right here, and you have the coordinates. You communicate with that, and you do this and you do that. See that red button? That means you shoot. What else? I'm just making it funny or something. But do you think you have to go to school to get a PhD on flying an Iranian drone, and you need the professors from Tehran come and teach you? I do not believe that. I think a baboon can learn that in 10 minutes. All right? Let alone a Russian. So, okay, at least I tell you what these guys tell us, and they expect us to jump on the little lure they just cast. Unbelievable. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.